Hi guys, only me. Okay, this is a really impromptu last minute video, but I am doing this on my live on Instagram and then recording it here too. It is a Meghan Markle wedding makeup recreation. The wedding was amazing. So I'm doing what she did to her face, because apparently she did it herself. So let's go. That was really beautiful, wasn't it? It was so beautiful. I thought it was probably my favourite royal wedding ever. Now, I've only actually seen like a few of them, because obviously Diana, kind of remember hers, and then Will and Kate's, and then this one. But it was so gorgeous. She looked really beautiful in her Givenchy gown, really simple, classic, suited her style, but was stunning as well. And her makeup, so there's two rumours, and for those of you that have just joined, hi, I am filming this for my YouTube channel as well, which is why I'm going to keep looking over this way as well as looking here. Two rumours. The first one is that she did her own makeup, and the second one is that Daniel Martin, the makeup artist, did her makeup. I kind of think that she probably did do her own makeup, because there was a few things that I was like, oh, I think a makeup artist would have, for example, gelled those brows down, because a couple of them are like hang down, which is so easy to forget to do, to put a brow gel on. So I was thinking, oh, but I loved that if she did her own makeup. She knew her face, she looked beautiful, so flawless. I loved that her freckles could be seen coming through her complexion still. I loved that she just had this really soft smoky liner on. Basically, the reason I really love it is because I can recreate it for you guys so easily, and that you guys can recreate it at home as well. I am going to start with actually a little bit of high beam. So this is a liquid highlighter. I'm sure you guys know it and love it. By the way, look what I got in Windsor yesterday. Right, so I bought this. Sorry, I will start the makeup in a minute. Then, for my nan, Doris, I bought a limited edition. What even is it? Is it biscuits? I don't even know what it is. Oh, it's tea! It's tea. Oh, God, no, I can't give that to my nan. I literally have to keep this for myself, because I love a cup of tea, and I love the Queen. £7.99, that's what I paid. I was a bit drunk. For 40 tea bags. Anyway, it's limited edition, isn't it? Limited edition. So I bought that. I bought a mask of the Queen, but I gave that to this guy called James on the train, who was going out for a night out in Kingston, and I thought that he could just turn up with that mask on. It'd be funnier than me just having it at home. For Doris, my nan, I did get a magnet. Now, she's got a fridge full of magnets. She absolutely loves magnets, so there's one of those. And then I got a key ring. I mean, you know, literally, I have got no idea why I bought this keyring, but why wouldn't you? It's the real question. So, gonna start with the high beam highlighter, and I'm gonna put this just on the skin. Now, because she has a slightly deeper complexion than me, then she would probably use like a more of a gold version. And I'm just gonna blend this in because I haven't got my beauty blender. Now, she didn't have like a crazy glow as such, but what this is going to do is give the luminosity and a really beautiful finish to the skin, so that you know, she just had that glow, didn't she? And I'm going to use Hello Flawless. Now this is a really gorgeous dewy, again, foundation, light to medium coverage. You can really build it, and that's the great thing about Meghan's base, I thought, was that it was so light, so like she hardly had anything on. I mean, her skin was perfect, so perfect. So I'm just going to use a small amount. It's a brand new bottle, which is why it's taken a while to come out. There we go. So a small amount there, just to match my skin tone. Wet beauty blender, that is the key, because if you've got a damp beauty blender, that is going to give you that real glow, because it's not going to add too much product. So I'm just tapping this onto the skin like this. Minimal product. You could see that she was, you could see her freckles through the makeup. Now, I haven't got any freckles, unfortunately. I wish I did. But I am just going to do this really light coverage. Nothing too much, that then will give me an even base. But if you think, right, how many cameras were on her and how close they were, I thought that was bloody ballsy, hardly wearing any foundation, but also so amazing, because hopefully it will make a lot of women and girls out there realise that you don't need to cake on the makeup to look beautiful, because she just looks, I mean, she is gorgeous, isn't she? So what you can see is that my skin doesn't look like I've got loads of makeup on, and that is the real key to that. That's why I'm just bouncing this beauty blender all over the skin more. So I'm almost like breaking down the foundation. Now with the Hello Flawless, because it's a light to medium dewy coverage anyway, you're going to get that finish. So you don't need too much. Like, I've literally done 1 or 2 pumps and I've got that much foundation left. So much. Right, blending that in. Here we go. Taking your time, like even though, let's get some cotton wool to wipe that off. Even though it didn't look like she had much foundation on, it is about taking your time to make sure that you get that base that's gonna last. Now this is the Boing Hydrating Concealer, and this is really great because it is super hydrating. It's not gonna crease under the eyes like a lot of concealers would, and she hardly had any weight of makeup, you know. So the Boing Hydrating, for you guys too, there it is. There you go. Just showing the other camera. Don't forget I'm filming this on my YouTube as well, which you can subscribe to. It's just Lisa Potter-Dixon. And I'm putting this under my eyes, corner of the eyes, up like so. I'm just putting that underneath the eye, and again using my damp beauty blender, and then blending again under there from the corner of the eye, and just again under there. That is basically the base done. Perfect. Doesn't look like I've got loads of makeup on. It still gives that dewiness, as we saw with Meghan. She had the freckles coming through, which is just beautiful. So that is that. Now we're going to move on to the eyebrows. Her eyebrows were like a real key part of her look, weren't they? They were really, really defined. Obviously my brows are a lot darker than hers actually, but I'm just going to use what I would do. So for this, I'm going to start with Benefit's Precisely My Brow Pencil, which is this one here. That's it for you guys. And I'm going to start by brushing it through. Her brows were really quite soft. They weren't overdone, which was really nice. Because if they'd been too much, it would have basically unbalanced her whole makeup look. So I'm just gonna do a few hair-like strokes and lengthen the brows a little bit. So just literally flick through, and then to really soften, you just use that blender that comes on the back, that brush, just to blend it in to give the definition, but without adding too much product. Can you see that? So just added that bit at the end there and not added too much anywhere else. So I'll even the other one out. My YouTube Katie is just my name, Lisa Potter-Dixon. So little hair-like strokes, lengthening my brow, because your brow should always end here. Corner of the eye, corner of the nose. So you can see I've lengthened them so that they, for you that's this side guys, I've lengthened them so that they are the right length for my face. And just brushing that through. I don't know who did Meghan's hair today. It was lovely. I actually quite liked that little bits like this kept kind of hanging down when she was putting them behind her ear. I thought that was actually quite lovely and natural and not too you know, forced. It was just added to the whole lovely natural side of things. Okay, so now I'm going to set the brows, and I don't think that she did this, or her makeup artist did this, and really they should have taken something like the 24-hour brow setter, which is a brow gel, and just brushed it through, because I did notice a few hairs hanging down. Again, it's not a big deal, but you know, the cameras were so close you couldn't help but notice, I suppose. I'm just brushing that through and setting those brows in place. Right, let's talk about her eyes. It was so natural, wasn't it? It was gorgeous in terms of, like, it was soft, it just defined her eyes, she just didn't need much, it was lovely. And also, she had individual lash extensions in, I believe, which looks nice. They look good too. You know, a lot of people on their wedding day have individual lash extensions. I did, and it does make a difference because you don't have to worry about it then. You don't have to worry about mascara going everywhere. So I'm going to take this. This is actually by Benefit, and it is the Blush Bar Kit. And the reason I'm going to take this is because these are the products. Just so you know, and I should have shown you this right at the beginning, this is what she looked like today. Okay, there we go. That is her makeup look from today. Sorry about the reflection on the screen, but you can see it there. So you can see already that I've done this kind of natural dewy skin. I've defined those brows, and now I'm going to define the eyes. In this picture, her eyes look actually quite dark, but they weren't dark at all. It was, I would say, like a Hoola bronzer kind of colour on the eyes. So that's what I'm going to do. Hoola bronzer. Just going to pop a little bit onto the eyes like so. So that's the Hoola there. pop that on, and that adds the definition straight away to the eyes without having to add too much eye makeup. So just blending that in like so. There we go. Just buffing that in there. Just using a fluffy eyeshadow brush here. This one is a C5 112 by Crown Brush. Just going to blend that in like so. And you see, that just gives that kind of soft, contoured eye look that she had. But it's not too much, and I really like that. It genuinely wouldn't surprise me if it was her bronzer on her eyes, because then she has bronzer on her face and it kind of all blends together. So I'm going to take the Hoola again, just tapping it off on my hand so I'm not taking too much product. She had like a bit just up here in her forehead, like so. Then she had a bit just under her cheekbones. So again, nothing too crazy. This is kind of where you'd usually put your bronzer. And then underneath, Frank said, how can I recreate the speech of that priest? I know, God, it went on for like 20 minutes, didn't it? But he was great. I love the choir, that was my favourite. No, the choir, the Stand By Me bit of the choir was amazing. And also that 19-year-old celloist, that guy from Nottingham, was incredible. I thought the passion that he showed, I just thought it was amazing. Like, it was like he didn't have any nerves, and he was 19 and playing to the world, to billions of people. So it was so amazing. Best dress for me was the Queen in her lime green, and also Amel Clooney. I thought she looked incredible in the yellow. I wish Victoria Beckham hadn't worn black and that she'd worn a colour, but I liked her red shoes. And I was a bit disappointed that the Eugenie and Beatrice, the princesses, didn't have crazy hats like they did for Will and Kate's wedding. You know, she had one like it was octopus Philip Tracy style. I was expecting them to have really crazy hats and they didn't, so. But yeah, I thought the Queen looked amazing in her lime green. Right, eyeliner next. She had a soft, smoky liner. This one is the Bad Girl Waterproof Liner. And she had this really beautiful, soft, smoky liner. Super, super, super easy to do. Hold on, what's Bolly saying? What about the moment after they finished the long mile when Meghan showed how overwhelmed she was? That was really cute. She went, ah, in her carriage, and it was really cute. I thought those horses were gonna buck at one point. Like, they were like going a bit crazy with all the noise. Right. Liner along the lash line, just along like this, and then the blender on the other side, really blend it in. And she had quite a thick blended line. It wasn't super thin or anything like that, it was pretty thick. So I'm just blending that in like so. You can see that that is pretty much the kind of thing that she had. I'm actually going to blend it a little bit more using a pencil brush or a smaller brush like this. Take that Hoola again and go over the top to soften the black a bit more, like so. She had individual lashes on, but I haven't got time for that, so I'm going to do some mascara, and I'm going to use Benefit's Bad Girl Bang because she had really full lashes because they were individual, so I'm going to create it with a mascara. And she actually had quite a lot on her bottom lashes as well, so I'm just going to do the bottom lashes first, like so, and then the top lashes. This is with the mascara on, and like I say, she would have had individual lashes on, but very similar, because this gives you that volume. Look at that. Right, bit of blusher. She had a tiny bit of blusher on, similar to her bronzer. So I'm going to actually use the Rocketeur from the same palette that the Hoola was in, just to give a bit of colour to the cheek. It wasn't much, just a little touch. And then I'm going to go back with that High Beam. And she actually had a little bit of a sheen down her nose. So I'll take that High Beam again and just put that, using the Beauty Blender, pat a little bit down the nose, like so. And then a tiny little bit on the apples of the cheeks too, because she really, like that. There we go. Just like that. And then for the lips, she just had a really nice glossy sheen on. Again, nothing too crazy. So just that gorgeous natural pinky lip gloss, and if you didn't see that, that was the Punch Pop in Pink Berry. And that is it, guys. That is my really quick recreation of Meghan Markle's wedding makeup. The royal wedding was really gorgeous. I loved every minute of it. I thought it was beautiful. She looked beautiful. And I think this makeup look is really fresh and natural and easy to do. So tag me in your recreations. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. And lucky you. Obviously, my main video goes live tomorrow. And it is that green smoky eye using the Pat McGrath palette that I promised you. So I'll speak to you all soon. i.e. tomorrow. Bye, guys.